Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. So today we have a battle against Landon, random person offline. So yeah, looking at their team on the side there, looks to be pretty interesting, pretty cool. Lot of the Paradox Pokemon on there. Looking at my team, it is the same one that I've been using the past several games here. So, what do I want to lead with is the question. Hmm. Um, what do we want to do here? I think we're just gonna go with the Bombardier in this one. And we'll see how that works out. Alright, so looks like he is going to go ahead and lead with the Iron Bundle. So that's not great, I suppose, for us with the Bombardier lead. So we could try to switch out on this thing, although I kind of don't want to, just because this thing is an absolute menace. Um, believe it is illegal at this point as well, but what can you do? So I think he could very well just be trying to take us out straight away, but I don't know that there's really... I don't know that we have the best of switches to this thing. So I think the best course of action we can do here is just stay in and try to throw a Stealth Rock up, so that's what we're going to do. He's just going to make the obvious play and go straight for the Ice Beam here. We can actually survive that with 25 HP in the red, but we get frozen, so that is really unfortunate for us. We are frozen, so there's nothing we can do, so wow, yeah, that is really unfortunate. So we're going to regain some HP with the leftovers. Can't really do much else. I guess the only thing we could do this turn is just attempt a Sucker Punch. Maybe we'll get a first turn Thaw, and I guess that's all we can do. Unfortunately, we do not get that first turn Thaw, so he is just going to go ahead and go for another Ice Beam here, and that is definitely going to be enough to finish us off from that range and knock us down to 5. So pretty unlucky start to the game here for me. We're going to see if we can try and turn that around. I think, what do we want to do here? I think we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and come in with the Iron Moth here because we're choice Scarf, so we know we should outspeed this thing, unless it's Scarf, which I kind of doubt. But we're gonna go ahead and try to fire off an Energy Ball at this thing to take it out straight away. If he is Scarf, he'll have to switch. So we do outspeed, hit him with the Energy Ball, and that is going to be enough to just go ahead and one-shot that thing outright and knock him down to 5. So that is good news for us, obviously. So we'll see what he wants to bring in response. And it is going to be the Iron Treads. So that's kind of bad news for us because we are obviously locked into the Energy Ball. Now, we could go for it, but we know it's not going to be enough to take him out. So I think our best switch here is going to be the Toad Scroll, so we're just going to go ahead and switch into that, predicting a ground move on this thing's side, and see what he wants to do. So, there it is, and he is just going to go straight for the Earthquake, so that is not going to do too much of anything to us, fortunately, and then we are going to regain some HP here with the leftovers. So I kind of don't think he's going to want to stay in on this matchup. I mean, he could, but I doubt it. So I think what we're going to do here is just take this opportunity to go for a Spore, and whatever he leaves in should go to sleep here, as he actually does stay in and go for the Electric Terrain. So that is a really interesting play on his side that's actually going to work out very well for him, because he's going to get the Quark Drive to go ahead and increase his attack, and then we go for the Spore, but it is not going to work because the Electric Terrain is up. So that was a very interesting play on my opponent's part that really worked out for him. So That is unfortunate. We do get some HP back with the leftovers here, and we still don't really have a switch, so I think this turn we just have to go straight for the Earth Power, so that's what we're going to do. We do outspeed this thing, hit him with the Earth Power, and that is actually just going to go ahead and take this thing out in one shot and knock him down to 4. We are max special attack, so that does end up working out for us as we do get some more HP back once again with the leftovers. So the only bad news is he does have the electric terrain up, and all of his Pokemon are going to benefit from that being in play. So we'll see which one of them he wants to bring in here. And it is going to be the Iron Jugulus. So he's going to come in with that, and he's going to get the Quark Drive to increase his special attack. So that's definitely bad news for us. I don't think we can really stay in on this matchup. Do we? Yeah, we definitely. I think we do want to keep the Toedscruel around. So what kind of a switch do we have into this thing? I think we do have the Goldengo switch, so I think we're going to do that. Hopefully he doesn't anticipate that and go for a dark move. So yeah, we're just going to do this predicting the flying move, and hopefully it works out. So there is the Goldengo. And he is going to go for the Hurricane, so that is good. He does end up missing, which is also good for us, although that probably wouldn't have done too much damage to us. So, yeah, that definitely worked out good for us. Now, I think, I don't know if he's going to want to stay in on this matchup or not. He does have a couple of switch options here, so I think, what do we want to do here? I think we have to play. I don't really want to over-predict right now since we are up a little bit, so we're just going to go for the Make It Rain here. He does actually stay in and go Dark Pulse, and we can survive that in the red with 32 HP, so he's not Choice Item, but we do hang on, go for a Choice Specs Make It Rain in return. Elon Musk just bought Twitter, ladies and gentlemen, and that is going to go ahead and take out the Iron Jugulus, knocking him down to 3. So that did work out for us, although our Goldengo going to be a little worse for wear there, unfortunately, but it is what it is. We also take a special attack drop off of that, but we'll see what he wants to bring in response. And it is going to be the Iron Valiant. So this thing is going to go ahead and get the Quark Drive to increase its physical attack, so that gives us some information into what kind of set this might be. So it looks to be a physical one. There's really no point in switching out, so I think we're just going to stay in and go for another Choice Specs Make It Rain here. We know this thing is going to outspeed us, so if he goes for the attack, we're going to go down here. But it just kind of is what it is. We'll see what he wants to do here. So he is definitely thinking about this one. And he is just going to go straight for the Night Slash here, and obviously that will be more than enough to finish us off from that range and knock me down to 4. As the electricity is going to disappear from the battlefield, so the Quark Drive attack boost is actually going to go away here, so that is pretty important for us. So I think at this point we're going to go ahead and come in with our Oinkologne. So I do have a strategy here with the Oinkologne. So this is the special shiny Oinkologne we got. It hasn't seen a whole lot of action in these Wi-Fi battles here, so I think we're going to give it its time to shine. That's why I brought it in here. So we're going to go ahead and pop our Terastallization here. We are Terra Fairy, and we're going to go ahead and hit this thing up with a Play Rough, and hopefully that works out. So we are going to go ahead and Terastallize. There it is. And we are going to become a pure fairy type here, losing that fighting weakness, which he is more than likely going to be going for that fighting attack. We kind of baited him into that, as he is actually going to Moonblast instead, so nice play on his part. Not going to do a ton of damage. We are going to go for the Play Rough in return. It is Terra boosted now, and that is going to go ahead and one-shot that Iron Valiant outright and knock him down to 2 Pokemon, as we are going to regain some HP with the leftovers. So that did work out very well, actually. More or less the way that I had hoped. So, yeah, good news for us. So now he's going to go ahead and come in with the Iron Moth. So this is a little bit of a problem, unfortunately, with us being Terra Fairy, we are going to take super effective damage from the poison attacks now. So we don't really want to stay in on this matchup. I think actually our perfect switch to this situation is going to be our own Iron Moth. So that is in fact what we're going to go ahead and do. And so we'll see how that works out. So there it is. And he is just going to go for the Sludge Wave straight away, so not going to do too much damage to us, fortunately. Now, normally in the Iron Moth mirror match, the Iron Moth is not packing coverage for itself, but with this set that I have, I do indeed have coverage on hand in the form of Psychic, so I am just going to go ahead and go for that straight away. We're Choice Scarf, so we do outspeed him, go for the Psychic, and that is not quite enough to take him out, drops him down to about a quarter HP. He's going to go for the Discharge in return, which knocks us down to about half, and he gets the Paralyze, so that is really unlucky for us, unfortunately. So that means I think that we're going to be, the Iron Moth's going to be in a bit of trouble here, so we just have to stay in and go for the Psychic again here. We actually do still outspeed this thing, though, despite being paralyzed, so that's I was not expecting that, but I'll take it. We're going to go ahead and finish his Iron Moth off with another Psychic here, and that is just going to drop him down to 1 Pokemon, so that worked out very well for us. So, his last Pokemon that he has on deck here is going to be, I believe, the Iron Hands. So, there we go. He's going to go ahead and come in with the Iron Hands. And so, yeah, there's really no reason to switch at this point. We are just going to go ahead and go for that Choice Scarf Psychic once again here. And we'll see what happens as he actually is just going to go for the Fake Out. That does quite a lot of damage with a critical hit, actually. And, of course, he does get the mandatory flinch. So, definitely some luck on my opponent's side here, keeping him in the running at this point. But we should still be in decent shape, I believe. We're just going to go for the Psychic again. We do outspeed despite the paralysis with the Scarf. Go for the Psychic. It's not quite enough to take him out, unfortunately, as he is just going to go for the Thunder Punch in return. And that will finish our Iron Moth off, dropping us down to 3. But that is okay. We do still have answers for this thing. And I think the answer we're going to choose to bring in here is going to be our Wankalone. So we are going to come back in with that. And we don't really want to risk missing a play rough here, so we're just going to go ahead and fire off a Stomping Tantrum here. And he is going to go ahead and Terrastallize, though, at the last minute here. He's going to pop his Terra on the Iron Hands, and what type is he going to turn into? He's going to turn into a pure Electric type, which actually I think would have helped him out quite a bit the turn before in taking that Psychic a little better, but nonetheless, I guess better late than never, but I don't think it's going to matter because we do outspeed him. Go for the Stomping Tantrum, which is still super effective, and from that range that will finish the Iron Hands off, and that is game. Alright, so we're going to win that one 3-0 against Landon, but that was a really fun match, actually. I quite enjoyed that one. Good solid game there. And yeah, definitely some luck on my opponent's side, but it didn't end up costing us the match, so it is all good. Alright, so that's it. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. Also, this is going to be the last match that I post with this team. I had a lot of fun using it, and it turned out very successful for me, but as is always the case, we are going to be putting it to the side now, and starting next time, I am going to be coming back with another brand new team for you guys. So, stay tuned for that. That's it, and we'll see you next time.